Hello guys, and welcome to a tutorial video for the Echo RSS Feed Post Generator plugin for WordPress. So I redo the tutorial video that already existed for this plugin because it was created back in 2018, and since then the plugin got many new features and updates, and its looks and feel got updated. So let us jump straight into installing and configuring the Echo RSS Feed Post Generator plugin for WordPress. So I am here on my test WordPress site. So if we go to the front page of the testing site, it is empty. Now let's install the plugin, the Echo RSS Feed Post Generator, by clicking Plugins, Add New. And here click Upload Now, choose File. If you downloaded the zip from CodeCanyon, you need to extract it. Don't forget to always extract zips that you download from CodeCanyon, because you will find also documentation in the package you downloaded. So you will find the documentation here, the licensing and the installable zip file of the plugin. So install this, click Install Now. And after installation is complete, activate the plugin. So now you will have the Echo RSS Feed Post Generator plugin active on your site. If you want to get latest version for the plugin, you need to go to the main settings of the plugin and add your purchase code from Envato that you will get after you purchase the plugin here, and click Register Purchase Code. Afterwards you will get automatic updates for the plugin each time I release a new version for it. Okay, so now we will touch each and every menu of the plugin from here, but let's start with RSS to posts. You should go here if you want to import content to your site from other RSS feeds, or you should go to post to RSS rules if you want to create custom RSS feeds to your site from posts that already exist on it. So for the starting, let's go to RSS to post rules, and here we will be able to set up importing rules for multiple RSS feeds. So I selected for today this example RSS feeds from wire.com, and let's go and paste it here in the RSS feed URL field. This schedule parameter will define how often should the plugin automatically run importing for this specific feed. So this is defined in hours. If you want to run it once a day, leave it by its default value at 24, or if you want to run it every hour, you can set it to 1. Maximum number of posts. This is the amount of number of posts that the plugin will import at maximum each time it runs. So if it runs every hour, if the feed gets updated with new content every hour and they push 10 new posts every hour, the plugin will get those 10 posts. Okay, so post status, how you would like to publish the posts, if you would like to publish them or set them as draft, pending, and approve them manually. You can also set them as private or trash. Post type, post page, or any custom post type that you have on your site. Post author, random user, import feed author or the users that you have on your site. I have only a test user here. Also more options. I will be coming back to these soon, but now let's save settings and let's jump right into importing some content from this RSS feed. So let's import only 5 posts to make it a bit snappier, and let's run importing. As I already showed you, the front page of the site is empty, and now this symbol will show that the plugin is importing content. So as a reminder, I booted up importing by clicking select an action and run this rule now. Here you can also move all posts to trash, delete all posts, and duplicate this rule, which will clone this rule for you and you can edit it. By now the plugin imported the content and the green tick, the check mark, appeared. Now we can go to our front page and refresh the site, and we will see content imported to our site from wire.com. Okay, so this is the plugin's basic functionality, but now let's get into some advanced features. If you want to get advanced settings, click here on the settings button, and you will see here many settings that you can change to customize the plugin and how it works. So let's start with the beginning. You will see here on the top feed parsing options. So if the RSS feed that you wish to import is not working, so this should be used only in this case. So if you see here a red X instead of the green check mark, then you should come here and change this settings field. So this WordPress plugin, the Echo RSS Feed Post Generator, supports free libraries that it can use to parse the RSS feeds. It has a custom SimplePy library built into the plugin. It uses this by default. However, if this is not able to parse the RSS feed that you wish to get content from, you can switch to the SimplePy library that is built into WordPress. So if the feed is not working for you, I recommend that you switch to the SimplePy library by going here and switching to WordPress built-in SimplePy. If this is also not helping and the feed is still not working for you, go and check if the feed is working with Echo RSS Feed Parser, which is still experimental. I am developing this, but in the future it should get into a more stable feature. Okay. So keep in mind this should be left by default if the feed is importing and it is working for you, and it should be changed only if it is not working. Okay, now we can change the title of the generated posts. This is a shortcode that will be replaced with the title of the post that is imported. We can use also these shortcodes here. All will be replaced with a specific value to the post that is imported. We can also add text here, so let's say breaking news and the item title. Also the item content can be customized the same way. Here you will see all these shortcodes here. Okay, generated post format, the format of the post that you create. Categories that you wish to assign, you will have here listed categories. If you wish to select multiple categories, hold down the Ctrl key on your keyboard and click on the categories. Categories you wish to remove, if you auto add post categories here, then you might want to remove some categories from the categories that were automatically added. You can add here a category slug list by comma separated category slug list. Auto created categories parent ID, if you wish to assign automatically created categories to a parent, you can set here a category ID. Remove WordPress default post category. By default, WordPress assigns the uncategorized category to all generated posts. If you wish to remove this category, you can check this checkbox. Auto post tags, if you wish to extract tags from the feed, you can check this checkbox. Additional post tags, you can add a comma separated list of tags that you wish to assign to the posts. Create sticky posts. Strip images from post content if you want to remove all images. Strip links from post content if you want to remove links. Link generated post title to source article if you wish to only allow visitors to go to your main site and there click on the post, and after they click on the post from your main site, they will not go to the post on your site, but they will go to the source directly. So if you click on this checkbox, then visitors will go to the source of the articles when they click on posts on your main site. So if you want this, you can check this, and also for this to work, you will have to go to main settings and search for link articles from enable link generated post titles to source articles feature. So be sure to have this checked if you want to use this checkbox. Okay, now replace all URLs from content with this URL. So if you wish to replace all links from the post content that the post imports, then you can do it with this feature. You can set a custom URL to be published with the plugin. Okay, now get post publish date from feed. If you wish to import the publish date of the content that the plugin imports, you will be able to do this by this checkbox. So if you wish to set the publish date of posts that were created to the publish date of the original RSS feed items, you can set this checkbox. Add hours to the imported date if you wish to automatically add some hours. So for example, if the RSS feed contains posts created in January 1st in 8 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, then you can set here 1 to be set on your blog as 9 o'clock. Okay. Enable comments, pingbacks, trackbacks, read more button text, post custom fields. So this is very important if you want to create custom fields for posts, or if you are using custom post types, you can set custom fields using this syntax. So custom field ID, this is the textual ID of the custom field. This arrow symbol, so equals and greater, and the custom field value. And the custom field value will be able to hold also shortcodes, so you can use these shortcodes, all these shortcodes in the custom field value. So for example, if I wish to set custom field name and custom field value, and custom field value can be item content, for example, and this custom field will hold the value of the item content settings field, shortcode, sorry. If I want to add multiple custom fields, add a comma and add the next one with the same syntax. Okay, so post taxonomies will be applied the same. However, instead of comma, if you wish to add multiple ones, you need to add a semicolon like this. Okay. If you want to try to get full article content, so many RSS feeds don't have the full content added directly into the feed. So the plugin can get also full content for these articles by scraping the article content directly from their source. And this can happen if you check this checkbox. So try to get full article content. If you check this, in this case, the item content shortcode will get the full content of the article. If you leave this unchecked, then the item content shortcode will get the content of the feed, that the item of the feed which is included in the feed. It will not scrape full article content from URLs. Okay, so if we check this, we can select the content scraping method to use. We can leave this at WordPress by default. We can use PhantomJS, Puppeteer. These can be used only if they are installed on your server, or if you don't want to install PhantomJS or Puppeteer on your server, you can use Headless Browser API. So you might ask me now why you would like to use this to parse the content that you import. So this is a very nice feature to have, because WordPress by default is not rendering JavaScript. So there might be many content that you scrape from sites which is not rendered correctly, because WordPress is not able to render JavaScript. And if you use PhantomJS, Puppeteer, or the Headless Browser API, which I created, which will also be able to use Puppeteer, Tor, or PhantomJS, you will be able to get JavaScript rendered content. So this includes Twitter embeds and many custom content that some sites might have, which usually are not imported correctly by the WordPress default method. So if you want to use Headless Browser API, simply go and click on the main settings of the plugin, and you will see here this. So input your Headless Browser API key here in the plugin settings, you can get an API key here on the headlessbrowserapi.com. Okay, now let's go back and check how the plugin should parse the content that it downloads. So this is the settings field which will tell the plugin how it should download the content, and this is the settings field which will tell the plugin how should it parse the content to extract the full article from it. We can use an auto detection feature, or we can tell the plugin directly from where from the article should it extract the full content. So you can leave this at auto detect and change it only if you are not satisfied by its results, because the auto detection of the full content of the article might not work 100% of cases, and if you find some sites that are not working with this feature, then you can go in and set classes, IDs, XPath or regex expressions to get the full content for you. If you have this issue that the auto content is not detected correctly for you, you can go into the crawling helper menu of the plugin, and here you can simply enter the URL that you wish to script. So let's enter the headless browser API URL, and as a result the plugin will load the URL here on the bottom of the page. So here you will be able to hover your mouse over the content that you wish to import and simply click it, and the plugin will tell you the element has class and this class. So copy the class that the plugin returned and select here instead of auto detect class and paste the class that was imported. But keep in mind you need to customize this for all sites separately. So don't paste the class that I use because it will not work for you. Okay, so now let's leave this by auto detect. Post tags query type, you can set the plugin to import also post tags, but in this case you will need to tell it from where from the source post. So this can be ID, XPath, regex or class. Okay, and the query string that you wish to use for tag extraction, lazy loading image HTML tag if you wish to import lazy loaded images. So if images are not loading correctly on your site, you can set a lazy loading tag. If the source website uses lazy loading for their images, you can set here the lazy loading tag to use. This might be data src or something similar. As you can see, I found these tags so far, but this needs to be checked on the source website. Set custom cookies for the request if you wish to send custom cookies. If the website needs a login to display its data, you can send here login info using cookies, and you will be able to scrape also content that requires login. Attach screenshot to all generated posts if you have Phantom.js installed, or you wish to get a screenshot for the post, you will be able to get it by checking this checkbox. But keep in mind you will need to have Phantom.js installed on your server for this. Get only first found element, so this will tell the plugin to get only the first found element that it detected using the full content query that you made here. Get only the inner div content, so this will strip the div, the wrapper div that it found, the plugin found using this query. If you uncheck this, the plugin will keep the wrapper div, but these are some advanced features. You can skip this if you want. Source article encoding, you can select the article encoding of the post you scrape, and you will have some post customization options. Strip HTML elements by ID, by class, strip HTML from content, run regex on content. If you know regex, this will be a very powerful feature. You can replace content from the imported posts automatically, and you can set the replacement here. Run regex on title, replace title matches from regex, limit title word count, set a maximum word count for generated post titles. If the post titles are longer, the plugin will automatically shorten them. Limit article paragraph count. If you have a long article and you wish to keep only a few paragraphs from it, then you can do it here. Percentage of the content to keep. If you want to keep only 40% of the article, you can set this to 40, for example. Add rel nofollow to links from this feed. If you want to add nofollow to all links, you can do it here. Enable featured image importing. Replace article image with royalty-free image. So if you wish to get a royalty-free image instead of the imported image from the feed, you can check this checkbox. But in this case, don't forget to go to the plugin's main settings and set up also royalty-free importing for the images. So search for royalty-free featured image importing options and set here your Morguefile API, Pexels, Flickr, Pixabay, Unsplash, Pixabay direct scraping, and so on. So don't forget to set up this part also of the plugin if you check this checkbox. Skip checking feed images. So these three checkboxes that come now are defining how the plugin gets featured images for posts. So first, it checks images that are found directly in the feed. If you want to make the plugin not check these images, you can check this checkbox. Or afterwards, the plugin is going to OG image meta tag from the links that the feeds are containing. If you want to skip this step, check this checkbox. Then afterwards, the plugin goes and imports images from the content of the post. So yeah, these three steps are made when images are parsed in the Echo RSS feed post generator, and you can skip steps by checking these checkboxes. Don't use first image from content. This is useful if the first image found in the post content is a small image or you don't want to use it. You can check this checkbox to skip it. Default featured image list. This is a list of featured image URLs that you wish to assign to posts which don't have featured images. So if the plugin is not finding a featured image, you can set this settings field and the plugin will set a featured image from here. If you wish, you can also set attachment image IDs, so the numeric IDs of attachments from your media library, to not copy each and every time the plugin imports content the same image and instead use the same image already existing in your media library. So now we can set posting restrictions. We can set banned word lists, required word lists, match required and banned words only. So the content, title and content. So if you want to ban some words or require some words to be imported, you can set it here. Banned authors lists, ban a required authors list. So if you want to get content only from a specific author, or if you want to ban an author from the RSS feed, you can do it here. Banned feed item category list. If you want to ban categories from the feed. Skip posts older than this date. Skip posts newer than this date. You can set here a textual representation of the date, for example last year or 1 year ago, or even a date like this. So in this format, so let's write here a date. Okay, so post newer than this date will be skipped. Okay, now we can automatically translate content to any language using Google Translate. If you want to use here DeepL, then you can do it. If you go to plugins main settings and add your DeepL API key here in the plugin settings. So let me find this. Oh, here it is, DeepL translator authentication key. So add your API key here and the plugin will use DeepL translator. If you have Google Translator API key, the premium version of the Google Translator API, you can set the API key you have here also. if you don't set the API key, the plugin will use a free version of Google Translate. So this is the target language in which the plugin should translate content, and this is the source language from which the plugin translates content. So this is the original language of the content. Assign WPML language to posts. You can assign a WPML language to posts if you have the WPML plugin active. Do not spin posts generated by this rule. So in the plugin's main settings, you will have here settings field to spin content. So if you search for spin, then spin text using word synonyms, and you can set best spinner, word AI, spin rewriter, spinner chief, or built-in spinners. So if you configure here a spinner and add your API key, username, email, password, and stuff, then the plugin will spin all rules that you create, and if you check this checkbox, this specific rule will not be spinned. Okay. Now let's go to the bottom part of the settings that we still have. So user agent to use. If you wish to use a custom user agent to get full content of post, you can do it here. Try to detect final URL from feeds. If you use Google News feeds or something's Google Alerts feeds which have that redirect in them, you can use this to display the final URL in the feeds. Automatically delete posts after a period of time. So if you wish to automatically delete posts after 5 days, for example, you can write here +5 days, and the plugin will automatically delete posts older than 5 days. Update post if it is already posted. So if the post is already published on your site, it will update it. Add the rel canonical meta tag to generated posts, and use proxy from main settings plugin menu. So if you have a proxy that you wish to use, you can set it in the main settings plugin menu and search for proxy, and you will have here the web proxy address list. Here you can set a comma separated list of proxy IP addresses and ports, and also their authentication if they have one. And if you wish to not use this proxy that you set, you can uncheck this checkbox for this rule. Okay, so keep in mind, this is how you will be able to get to set up importing for the plugin. So I checked the full content importing, and now let's compare the post that the plugin gets with and without full content. So for this, I already imported some posts, and let's check them on my main site. So here it is. As you can see, the content is very limited now. But let's delete posts that I imported, and let's re-import posts. So now the plugin will automatically detect full content because I set here full content importing checked. So checkbox checked. Now we can refresh our site. And here it is. Full content was imported by the plugin. Okay. Now we can go ahead and set up some other features of the plugin. So if you wish to use the post to RSS rules in the plugin settings, we can go to post to RSS rules, and we can create custom RSS feeds that will contain the posts that are published on our site. So here we can set up rules. So let's say I wish to create a RSS 2.0 feed. The feed name should be test. Feed post count, this is the maximum post count that the feed contains. Add the full content of the posts into the feed. How often should the feed be updated? And advanced feed query. For help, I recommend that you check here. You can, for example, set category names and set here category underscore name equals and the category slug. So this will be very helpful to filter items and posts and to add them only to custom feeds. Also, you will have here some settings. Add your parameters to feed items. If you wish to add your affiliate ID or anything else, you can add it here. So let's save settings, and as a result the plugin will create a custom RSS feed for us. It will be visible on this link. So if we click here, you will see a custom RSS feed that the plugin created for the post that it imported before. Okay, so this is another feature of the plugin. It can create custom RSS feeds for the posts that are published on your site. If you want to delete the feed, hit the X and it will be gone. Add RSS feed search. This is another very nice feature of the plugin. So this feature will simply require you to set a topic. So for example, let's say a topic here, and local is the location from where you wish to import the to scrape the RSS feed. So let's say it's US, and maximum number of feed results, let's say 5, and click search feeds. And the plugin will now try to get feeds which have this keyword in them. So here they will be listed all the feeds that the plugin found, and you will be able to use these RSS feeds and to use them in the RSS to post rules to get content related to this keyword. So this is a very nice feature that was added not very long ago to the plugin. Okay, so the crawling helper, I already showed you how this works. Tips and tricks, this will be a small listing of how the plugin can be used even better. And activity and logging menu, here you will be able to see system info, currently rules that are running, backup rules to file, restore rules from file, restore plugin default settings, delete all posts generated by this plugin, delete all rules from the RSS to posts section, and activity log, where we will see what the plugin did so far. Okay, now I still have to explain some settings from the main settings menu of the plugin. So here I will be skipping things that I already explained. So use custom simplify version instead of the built-in one. So if you uncheck this checkbox, then if you go to importing and leave default here, then the WordPress built-in simplify version will be used by default instead of the custom library that the plugin has. So this is an advanced feature and you should not edit it only if you know what you are doing. Use custom user agent in Simplify. You can set a custom user agent here. Force detection of feeds that at the links you specify. If you have issues with feeds and they are not detected, you can check this checkbox to get around this issue maybe. Do not sanitize strip HTML tags. So Simplify can be instructed to not sanitize HTML tags. Enable caching in Simplify. Clear CURL decoding value in Simplify. So these are advanced Simplify features and they should be set only if you are knowing what you are doing. So feed timeout, how long the plugin should wait for feed items. Feed custom tag names. You can set custom tag names that will be able to be used in the plugin. So these tag names will be able to be used here in the generated post content. So here if you scroll down, you will be able to use custom tag names in this format. So custom underscore and the field name that you use. So this will generate a custom shortcode for you. And the same will happen with the custom item tag name. So yeah. Custom tag separator, the separator that will be used for custom tags in the shortcode that you create, and custom attribute separator. You can change this, but you can normally leave this by default values. Try to get featured image from content. If you uncheck this, the plugin might not get featured images for you. So beware of this checkbox. Copy images from content locally. If you want to copy images that the plugin imports from the post content locally to your host and your storage, you can check this checkbox. Do not copy featured images locally. This will enable an experimental feature that will link featured images directly from their source, or alternatively you can check the enable featured image from URL integration, but in this case you will need to install the FIFU plugin, the featured image from URL plugin. It will be found on WordPress store, plugin store. It is free. And don't forget to check this checkbox if you want to use that plugin in this case. Okay, verify featured image if not corrupt. Fix grid strings from image names. Featured image resize width, height. Featured image resize quality. Iframe resize size. Also, you will have here the royalty-free setup that I already talked about. Post custom feed options, link articles from generated feeds directly to their source. If you want to link articles in the RSS feeds that are generated from the post to RSS rules, you can do it here and they will be linked directly to their source. The API keys for translators. Respect robots HTML header for crawled pages. If you are scraping content that denies robots from accessing it, then by checking this checkbox the plugin will understand this and it will skip content that expressively tells the plugin that it should not scrape it. Enable XML RPC ping to run importing for feeds. So if you check this checkbox, then you will be able to use XML RPC ping to run importing for specific feeds that you create. But this is once again advanced feature and you should use it only if you know what you are doing. Do not check generated post in rule settings. So if you have many imported posts on your site, tens of thousands or even more, you can check this checkbox to speed up the way the RSS to post rules menu loads. Draft posts first and publish them afterwards. So if you have other plugins that automatically publish content that this plugin posts to social media, then this checkbox might help it to publish also featured images. Because of a way how WordPress works, if this checkbox is checked, these other plugins might detect also featured images for the post that this plugin publishes. Convert encoding of imported content to UTF-8. This is an advanced feature. Apply full content also to generated feed description. Secret word for manual cron running. This is you can set here a secret word and the plugin will be able to be called using this secret word. And if you don't have VP cron on your site, you can set a server-side cron like this and the plugin will run importing using this command. But this is an advanced feature. Once again, don't use it if you don't know what you are doing. Also, enable post auto deletion feature. If you want to auto delete content on your site using the RSS to post rules and the auto delete feature, automatically delete post feature, then you must also have this checkbox checked. So the auto deletion feature must be checked. So this one. Show extended item information meta bugs in post. This is a classic editor feature that will give you some more details about importing posts. Enable logging in rules, enable detailed logging. This will enable the logs that you already saw in the activity and logging section. Automatically clear logs every once in a while. Search Google Archives when direct page fetching fails. So this is a very nice feature and it will search Google Archives when a post is not available anymore and the plugin fails to scrape it. Custom post source post metadata. This is used if you will use a custom string for the post source meta assigned to post. This is an advanced feature and don't need to use it. The proxies I already talked about. rule running timeout, how many seconds should the rule allow feeds to process. Delay between rule running, how many seconds do you wish the plugin to take a break between rule importing. Send a summary to this email address. Okay, do not check for duplicate posts. If you check this checkbox, the plugin will post duplicate content to your site. So if you don't want this, don't check this checkbox. Check duplicate posts by title instead of source URL. So if you are encountering some issues with some RSS feeds that get published twice, so posts from some RSS feeds might get published twice. In this case, go ahead and check both these checkboxes too. So check duplicate posts by title instead of source URL, and make sure no duplicate post titles are published. So these two checkboxes will help in case that you have issues with duplicate posts on your site. Keep original link source after translation. This is a feature that will make links link to their original source if you translate your content, and not link to Google Translate content. Do not post failed translation posts. This is self-explanatory. Add rel canonical meta tag to generated posts. Enable link generated post titles to source articles. This is the feature that I already talked about. Append media from feed enclosure to post content. So if you want to append the media that the feed enclosures have, so this is an advanced feature for some feeds, and you can extract also the media from the enclosures and add it to the post content. Add images from feeds as post attachment. Append the post content to post content a gallery with post attachment images. Disable automatic excerpt generation and leave WordPress to generate the excerpt for posts. Excerpt word count. Default post author user ID. Do not generate inexistent categories for new posts. If you automatically import categories from feeds, then if you check this checkbox, the plugin will not create new categories. Only those that already exist will be assigned. Do not extract categories from post titles. Create post categories using only the first feed category. So if you want to get only one automatic category for each post, you can check this checkbox. Create post tags by skipping the first feed category. Do not change featured image for updated posts. Strip featured image from generated post content. If you have duplicate images, in case the image was extracted from the post content which is set as the post featured image, you can remove the image from the post content that was extracted by using this checkbox. Strip links from generated post final content. Strip links from generated post imported content. So these are nice features to have. This will remove the links from the final content of the post, and this will remove only the links from the content that was imported from the RSS feed. So the difference here is that the content that is final might be translated, might have some additional content that you add, and so on. So this is the difference between these two checkboxes. Open all links from post in a new tab. Add rel nofollow to all links. Strip JavaScript from content. Page screenshot size. Add attributes to internal links, to external links. Append this string to all links from content. You can also append your affiliate ID to links using this settings field. Format of the publish date shortcode. You can check here how to format the date. Replace all URLs from content with this URL. Read more button text. Conditional word list, so conditional words shortcode. So you can use conditional words which can be used in the generated post title and post content settings field. So this shortcode will be used with the value of this input field. Posting restriction options, so minimum title word count, maximum title word count, minimum content word count, maximum content word count. Skip posts with these words in their featured image names. Skip posts that do not have images. Global required word list. required only one word from the required word list, global banned word list, skip post older than the selected date, and skip post newer than the selected date. Okay, so these are restrictions, and posts will not be published if they don't meet this restriction. But beware, if you set here minimum title word count to 100, for example, then or 200, then no post will be published on your site, because no posts have minimum 200 words in their content usually. So beware how you set here these values. Okay, so one more thing that I want to say is the require only one word from the required word list is if you add here a comma separated list of many words and don't check this checkbox, then the plugin will require all words to be present in the published posts. Otherwise it will not post them. So if you want only one word and this is enough to be present in the published content, you can check this checkbox. Okay, now the text spinning options that you already saw. You can use the best spinner, word they spin rewriter, spinner chief, and so on. Okay, PhantomJS path, if you have it installed on your server, you can set the path here. Timeout for PhantomJS execution, how much the plugin should wait after PhantomJS execution, and use PhantomJS to generate screenshots or use Puppeteer to generate screenshots. So you can set which should be used to generate screenshots using this shortcode. You can skip saving this additional post method to generated posts. If you check these checkboxes, then your database will not be filled with these additional info for posts, but if you need them, you can leave them and allow the plugin to publish them. Okay, now we have a random sentence generator. You can use this shortcode and define here a list of sentences, and the plugin will select one at random each time and replace this shortcode with it. You can also have variables in the sentences, and you can define values for variables like this here. So for example, the variable adjective will have, so this is the variable adjective, will have one of these values at random. So define values and separate them by semicolons. Also you can use the custom HTML shortcode or custom HTML2 shortcode. You can define here your own HTML and use it in the plugin. Also you will have an affiliate keyword replacer tool, search keyword replacement keyword and add a link to it, and search title, content, or both using this. Okay, so you will have also free WordPress shortcodes, Echo list post, Echo display post. These two will display content that the plugin imported and list it on your site. Or you will be able to use Echo Live RSS, which will display a live RSS feeds on your site. So let's copy this shortcode and let's quickly demo it by creating a new post. So let's add a new post to our site and let's quickly demo this feature, because this tutorial video got quite long by now. So let's test it and paste the shortcode here. So also don't forget to use code editor in Gutenberg, because as you will see, Gutenberg adds these tags automatically. So use the code editor and paste only the shortcode here and click publish, and now we will be able to. Okay, so let's change the title of the post to test 2, because I already had a test RSS feed. As you will see here, the test name is taken. So the test 2, and also I need to edit the permalink here. So test 2, and if I go to this post, then I will be able to see the RSS feed that the plugin automatically imports. So it loads using this Ajax loader, and here it is, the custom RSS feed that the plugin loaded. So for more info on how to use this Echo Live RSS shortcode, you will have here on the bottom some more info about it. Okay, so this is how you will be able to use the Echo RSS feed post generator plugin to get RSS feeds for your site. Okay, so yeah, this tutorial got quite long, and I really hope that it will be helpful to you guys and you will know better how to use the Echo RSS feed post generator in 2021. So keep in mind, new features might come to the plugin in the future, but I will update this tutorial video when I feel that the plugin changed a lot. And yeah, also I will release new tutorial videos here on the channel covering each and every update and change that I make to my plugins. So please subscribe to this channel if you want to get notified each time I make a new update to my plugins or a new feature is added to them. So thank you for watching until the end. Until next time, have a nice day, stay safe, bye bye.